Welcome to Daily Conversation. This is Mr. K.
This is Eric.
Yes, today is the 31st of October 2021, and the time now is 6:18 a.m. Well, our topic today is what are some embarrassing experiences you ever had? All right, so before we get started, please click the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. All right, so here we go. All right, so for the topic today, we talk about the embarrassing experiences, and then I have two to share today.
Mm.
And then the first one is happened when I was still young, like 10 years old. Yeah, and yeah, this is when I remember I was in my grandparents' house, which is my mother's hometown. And then before going to the hometown, um, I at that time I had a very good relationship with one of my uncles. And then this uncle told me that, oh, this year I was not going back hometown. Yeah. And then at that time I feel quite pity. Yeah, I feel like if he could go, and then that would be uh, more interesting. Yep. And then so it's okay. And then the day when we arrive at the hometown with my family, and then yeah, because at that time my uncle is a motorcyclist. Yeah, he didn't own a car. He ride a bike. And then yeah, at that time I remember that I was sitting in in the living room, and then suddenly there is a motorcycle come in to my grandparents' house. In those village, and then people don't close their gate. Yeah, so uh, it is it is quite safe. Yeah, to just leave your gates open, and then people can just come into your yard, your house front yard, and then at that time I remember there is a motorcycle come in, and then come in from the front yard, and then directly go to the backyard. And then my grandparents' house is actually quite long. Yeah, it is a rectangle. And then for their house we have three doors: the front, the middle, and the back. So yeah, there is a motorcycle drive in, and then go into the backyard. So I thought maybe that was my uncle. And then also my brother was so annoying at that time also. He saw it, and then he lied to me. He said, "Oh, that was our uncle." Yeah, and then at that time I was so excited, and then I really thought that was my uncle. And then yeah, I was excited, and I kind of like yelling in the house like, "Hooray! Oh, my uncle comes!" And then yeah, I keep yelling uncle, and walk towards the motorcyclist. And then after I went out from the house, and I found that, oh, that was not my uncle. And then actually that was a pork seller in that village. And then he took the pork to my grandmother's, and then it is like every weeks. Yeah, and then but that pork seller is really calm at that time. uh, he didn't say anything, and he said, yeah, take this to your grandmother. Yeah. And then at that time really I was very embarrassed. Yeah. And then so this is the first moment that I can remember in my life, which it is really embarrassed. And also not only at that moment, which everybody uh, saw it, heard it also, but also after a few weeks, and yeah, we I remember that we stayed there maybe just 1 or 2 days, and then after a few weeks when I went back, and then also my uncle asked me, yeah, did you call the pork seller uncle? So yeah, that must be the pork seller told my uncle. Yep. So this is the first one. Yeah, and then the second one, which is also the last one, was when I was in the college. So it was not really long ago. It was like a few years ago. Yep, and then I remember that there was one day, and then I and my friends, we were in the hall. That is like the break time or the time before the lesson starts. Yeah, and then I I don't know. I wanted to tell a joke to my friends. Yeah, to a group of my friends. And then because heard the joke, I heard the joke from somewhere else. So I decided to to repeat the same joke to them. Yeah, and then actually that joke is kind of like a dirty joke, and but it was quite funny. And so I decided to make the to tell them the joke, and then but I actually uh told it into I I mean I said wrongly. Yeah, and that become very embarrassing. Okay, the that joke actually include the key terms, which is a Chinese idiom. In Chinese we call 因地制宜. Yeah, and for this idiom, it is like to adjust measures to different conditions. Yeah, so this term is totally okay. And then actually, I would like to use this idiom and then to bring out a dirty joke. And then but after that, I use a wrong term. Yeah, I actually for this word 因地制宜 this idiom, the first two words can be the same pronunciation with one of the other terms, which is the clitoris. Yeah, for this one, it is about one of the parts of the female sexual organ. So it was a dirty joke, but normally when you speak this and people won't get it so easily. So and then but at that time uh I make a wrong I make this idiom wrong. I say in Chinese I say 因道制宜. So the first two words changing from that real idiom to a wrong one, which is the meaning of vagina in English. So and actually that was okay because that was just jokes between my friends. But at that time I remember that there are a few girls uh, because that was the whole, and then I was telling the jokes, and then they also listen. Yeah, they stand beside of my friends, and then they they also listen together. So at that time I found that I used the wrong terms, and also one of my friends pointed out the real idioms should be like 因地制宜 instead of the one that I said. So yeah, at that time I really felt embarrassed, and I really wish there was a hole I can dive into at that particular moment. Yep, and then yeah, and actually that was quite embarrassing, and also actually the girls that stand beside and listen are also my friends, but not so close. So yeah, actually this um at that feels maybe a few days. Yeah, I feel like embarrassing when uh sit beside them, even though it's not just really beside, maybe it's the same row, or maybe when I walk across or in front of them, I feel so embarrassing. So yeah, for a few days. Yep. So these are the second one, and also my sharings today. Yep. And then at the end, I would like to talk about something about embarrassing moments. And actually, I think not many people can remember what embarrassing things you have made in the past. Yeah, and I'm not sure whether uh, this is said by you. I forgot who told me this a long times ago, and I feel like yeah, that was quite true. Um, People, even though maybe you may remember some embarrassing moments, but that was really not a big, a big thing, and most of the people will just laugh, and then they didn't put it into heart. Yeah, so yeah, for for the embarrassing moment that uh, we we have, I think yeah, we shouldn't put it too serious. Yeah, just take it easy. All right, so these are my sharings today.
Yeah. I have three sharing, and the first one uh, is when I was young, just a kid, and I go back to my hometown, and I yeah, because one
Hometown
of
also.
my yeah one of my female cousins, and she actually cut her hair very short, and I only call her something like the brother. Yeah, and
Oh,
after I
cousin
mm,
brother.
yeah, because
Mm,
uh I have a problem, which is I couldn't recognize their face, and
mm,
also I couldn't uh I don't know what should I call. Yeah, yeah. So because we have
yeah.
a lot of like terms for
Mm,
different relatives, and I don't know. Yeah, I don't know
uh,
how to call each my my relative, and I
mm,
always follow. mm, Uh, I always follow my mother, and my mother say, yeah. In Chinese it called 叫人, which is means
uh,
name the person. Yeah.
mm.
So and not and I will keep quiet, and normally my mother will say, yeah. For example, like mm,
This is your cousin, called cousin.
this is your cousin or this is your uncle, like that, and I'll follow. Mm.
Yeah, me too.
Uh, but uh, but 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 I still recognize and remember few of my cousins. Yeah, because we kind of like ha, have have
Play
ex-
together.
some experience playing together. Yeah,
Mm.
and but I don't remember there's a face which is like this, but since uh uh, sh- he says he's quite near to us, so I call him brother. I call her brother. Yeah, but actually this is a female cousin. And after I voice out brother, and everyone laughing. Yeah.
Mm.
So but this is not. But maybe it's not my embarrassing moment. Is my female cousin embarrassing moment.
Yeah. So did she have a very short hair?
Yeah. Until now still. Yeah.
Oh, so what age are you were you at that time?
What do you mean?
The time that you wrongly call her brother. So how old
Uh,
were you?
think I think I was maybe around mm, maybe around 10 to 12.
Mm. Yeah.
And the next one is actually happened in Genting Highland, and
Mm.
I remember uh yeah normally the task make me embarrassing is the task that I would never do. Yeah, and but because at that time after okay, the purpose I went to the Genting Highland is actually attend a course, which is the course about the brain, and
Mm.
the lecturer actually suggests us to kind of like uh mm, kind of like be confident, and then uh and try to like kind of like be active, and kind of like do something you think is right, something like that. And
Mm.
so after we end the class the first day, and then we go to Genting Highland, and that's at night, and so the light is not strong,
Mm.
and it's quite dark, and we just come out from toilets, okay, and I saw a girl. I saw a girl. Mm, uh, she forget to zip his shirt. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and at the back at her back, and then I look at her, and then I look at elsewhere, because uh and then it remind me, yeah, I need to be confident. I need to do something that I write, that I think is correct. And yeah, what if I didn't tell the girls, and and the girls working somewhere else, and people keep looking at her, yeah, so it's not good for her. And then I went to her and I tell her, yeah, you forget to unzip your shirt. and
Mm.
and at this time, her boyfriend just coincidentally come out from toilet, and and he also quite nervous, and he go back to 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 the female back, and see
Mm.
where's the jeep. Yeah, no, and everything is fine. Yeah. So, and then I realized that, yeah, so it was my mistake, because I have a myopia, and
Mm.
also, yeah, the shirt of the female actually, mm,
Yeah, the
uh
patterns of the shirt, right?
yeah, and also, in the front is actually white color, and at the back
Mm.
is actually uh the beige color. So I think, so I wrongly thought that is actually the skin color. Yeah, yeah. So,
Mm.
yeah, this is a mistake. And but after that, I say sorry, and then they say, never mind, thank you, and just
Mm.
quickly went back to my group, and
Mm.
nobody realized this. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah. Yep.
Mm. Yeah. So this is the second one, and the third one is
Mm.
actually happened. Okay, and the second one actually happened when I was uh 17 or 16 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I was form 4, form 5. Yeah. And the third one is actually happened in college. And I think it is in my year 3. Yeah, in my year 3. So the
Mm.
last year, when I was in college, and at that time, uh actually, there are not many class, there are not many course already, and because it's near to exam, and but I still went to the school, the college, and I stay in the library to study.
Yep.
And at that time, uh, I have uh, one habit, and also could be one little hobby, which is I like to listen to the ASMR. ASMR full terms, which is called the autonom the autonomous sensory meridians response. So, what is this?
Mm.
ASMR is a relaxing, often sedative sensation that begins on the scalp and moves down the body, also known as massage. Is triggered by placid signs and sounds, such as uh, whispers, accents, and crackles. So this is
Mm.
something like this is a voice, or this is maybe a very very soft voice
Mm.
and very soft whispers. And normally it is actually the sound is normally is actually made by the female. Yeah. And or or some or some or some other type of ASMR is actually use some object, for example, um, some sand, and he shake the sand so
Mm.
it will have the sound. Or
Yeah,
some other
very
is,
comfortable one, right?
yeah, or
Mm.
some other is like the chewing something,
Ah.
yeah, or eating something, the sound,
Mm.
uh like eating something crispy, yeah. So you can listen, so you will have the sound. Or maybe you eat something like the fried chicken, yeah, it also will have the sound, yeah.
Mm-mm. Yep.
And at that time in the library, and I normally in the morning season, after I study, and uh, I normally will listen some music, or some or some ASMR in the noon, just like the 10 minute or 15 minute, and I will kind of like uh uh just sleep on the table, and sleep on the table for a while, and to relax. Mm. And then so I can regain my energy, and then focus back, uh and kind of like regain my concentration, regain my focus
Mm.
uh in the in the evening seasons. So yeah, so I plug in my earphone. This is a lining earphones, and yeah, and I wear the earphone, and I open the SMR, and then I fall asleep. Yeah, just a very very uh light sleep. Okay, it's not in the deep sleep. and and then after a few minutes, after some time, I actually thought that the ASMR, uh the video maybe the video may stop. Yeah, the video had stopped,
Mm.
because it comes to the end of the video, and then I
Yep.
didn't bother. I still keep sleeping. and and after some time, I realized that somebody comes to my table, and put something, or take something. and I and and I so 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 I quickly uh I quickly uh kind of like a sit back, a sit right, uh, s- uh, a sit right from the table, and I
Mm.
kind of like want to see, yeah, uh who touched my thing, or who comes to me. And I
Mm.
realized that nobody. And but I can saw a girl walking back to her to her table, to her seat. So I don't know what happened. And then I look at my phone, and I see, why the video had stopped. Yeah, actually not stopped. It's actually had paused. I
Mm.
had paused.
Not
Yeah,
finished yet.
not finishing. And then I yeah, I click, I click I click the resume button.
Mm.
And because at that time I still wearing my earphone, and then I can I can still hear the voice, but
Mm.
the voice seems like not come from my earphone. So it come from
Oh.
my phone speaker. And then I realized that, yeah. And I quickly post the post the video post the video back. Yeah. And then I hear some people laughing, yeah, at the behind. Yeah, so I know, I know, I know the whole story. Mm. So it
Mm.
may be, as I fall asleep, and my earphones, don't know why, uh get some, get some error. And then and
Mm.
then and then the voice didn't come out from my earphones,
Yeah.
and directly come out from the from the phone speaker, and then the phone also have some problems because normally we unplug the earphones
Mm.
and it will automatically post the video
Yep.
or post any music. Yeah.
Mm.
And so both of the device, both of the equipment have the problem. Yeah. And then
Mm.
so the girl, yeah, because at that time what the SMR I listened to is actually a female kind of like whisper, and this is also this is quite if you don't know there's SMR and you will think like this is the female make um making some sound when she have a kind of like uh or organs, yeah, uh organs, what is it called, the climax, okay,
Yeah, climax. Yeah.
yeah, climax, having the climax, yeah. So the girl is something like making love and making some sound. So if you don't know this as SMR, and the sound is a bit like that.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah, so mm, yeah, so this is the yeah this is the last one. This is the third one, also the last one of my share.
Mm. Yeah, I think the last one, yeah, get the highest mark.
Mm,
Yeah, and the point is you didn't have a chance to explain to them, right?
mm,
Yeah. So also because you went to the library uh quite often. Yeah. Yeah.
but
So
nobody.
mm,
Mm,
yeah.
yeah. So just now you say somebody told you about this. Maybe it was me,
Mm,
and because I say two things which is quite similar to your uh to your point. Which the
yeah.
first one is
Mm,
nobody will remember your promise or what you have talked,
mm,
what you have promised, what you have talked. Yeah, this is in the sharing of like in the Allen class in the Allen class I I kind of like promise that my goal is like kind of like uh
triple
triple
A
X
star.
in yeah in
Yeah.
yeah, but nobody will remember that. And the second one maybe it's embarrassing experience also because in the past I remember I share the same story, the SMR story with you in the past. Mm, yeah.
Oh.
Mm.
Mm. Yeah. But it seems like I forgot already. This is
Yeah, this is
I,
maybe 1 years maybe more than 1 years ago. At that
oh.
time,
Mm,
we still haven't started the YouTube channel. Mm.
mm. Yeah. Yeah. And actually after knowing this, was that the ASMR? Yeah, I feel
Yeah,
like
yes. Mm.
yeah, I feel like I can't wait to try it.
Yeah, you can try it. It's actually quite relaxing. Mm.
Mm,
And you will feel that your scalp, which is your 头皮,
mm,
and have some of like the vibration. You can sorry you can feel, sorry I miss, your scalp will feel a little bit itchy, okay,
mm,
and then the itchy come from inside, which is your brain, and you can feel kind of like your brain have some very light vibration.
mm.
And you feel relaxing.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah,
Yep.
you can try it. But
Don't
you
try
can
it in
learn.
the library.
Yeah, but you can learn from my lesson. Don't try in the public area.
Mm,
Mm.
yep. And actually, your story remind me of one of the video I watched, which is I think is also um a student in the university, and then it was in the hall, and the student was watching porn, and uh he also like I forgot whether it's forget to plug in his earphones or what, and the whole class heard it. Yeah, the sound of the porn video.
Mm. Is it a
Mm.
prank?
I I I think that was not a prank, and that person really felt embarrassed.
Oh.
Mm. Yeah, and everybody looked at him, and that was in the middle of the lesson.
Mm.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah. If it's Ellen, maybe the Ellen will tell the student come to uh share what he or she have learned. Only is he.
Mm.
Learn
Yeah.
from you. Okay. Anything else on the A?
Yeah. No.
Okay. So that's all for our today conversations. How do you feel? Did you enjoy the conversations? Please tell us what you think of our conversation. And we are not native speakers. If you found any vocabulary mistake that we made, please also comment to let us know because we want to learn more and improve ourselves. Remember to like subscribe to us. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.